Appreciate everybody joining us, braving the cold. Hope you bundled up, but we got a historic day here at Falcon Stadium, and it's going to be historic for Air Force Athletics and for our academy. I'm Nathan Pine, Director of Athletics, and your host today. I promise you we'll be brief. I know I speak for everybody involved when I say we're thrilled to be at this milestone, and it's an important one in our construction and the progress. Our timing really couldn't be better, as our athletic teams are excelling at historic heights on the field and in competition. They're doing great academically. There we go. And our department's setting records in fundraising and revenue generation, all while managing this $90 million project that will forever change our campus. All of these successes are a true testament to the incredible staff and athletes that we have at the academy and all of the entities that help support our efforts. I mentioned this is an important construction milestone, and as such, we're here to celebrate, and we're here to recognize some key people and the teams behind those people and thank them for their incredible efforts that have got us to this point. First, the entire team at GE Johnson, led by Site Superintendent Rob Clough, Project Manager Joe Opid, and I'd like to also recognize Jim Johnson, who's with us today. Next, our owners reps from Nations Group, Chris Rapp, Mike Shelsted, and John Rollins, who are keeping us on time and on budget. Also, our design team from HKS is represented today by Katie Cagle, Max Mueller, and Justin Marshall. And of course, none of this would be possible without the incredible vision, generosity of Jack and Vianne Kutra, who have helped spearhead this project from the very beginning. Thank you. I'd also like to thank Colonel Amy Glisson in the 10th Air Base Wing for her leadership and her entire team's support, because nothing happens on this campus without the support of the Air Base Wing. Thank you. Also, Mike Gould and Mark Hilley and the fundraisers from the Air Force Academy Foundation. They are our partners in making this project a reality and have been from the very beginning. Thank you. I'm getting there, I promise. I'd also like to recognize Jason Doyle and the team at UMB Bank for helping with the bond and the financing of this project. And lastly, our facilities team, Eric Rollman and Matt Kalish, who are dialed into this project on a daily basis, and their teams who support behind them. We've got great partners throughout on this project, and the teams I mentioned before, the teams behind them are the people working tirelessly to make this thing go up and this project happen. Together, we're changing the future and the vision for Air Force athletics, and I can't wait for the 2024 football season. But we've got a lot of work to do between now and August, and I've got to step aside and get out of the way so progress can continue. And so I'd like to invite up our superintendent, Lieutenant General Rich Clark, for a few comments.
Thanks, sir. He emphasized few. I had a 30-minute speech, but I narrowed it down about 10 minutes ago to 3 minutes because it's cold, right? But good morning, and thank you for being here, all of you, for this East Club topping off celebration. It's too bad, you know, we should have had this event yesterday. It was like 65, but in true Nate Pine fashion, he scheduled it for today. The groundbreaking, oh my goodness, that's like the coldest day of my life, and he couldn't let that go. But I want to thank you, Nate, for making this happen, you and your whole team. Really outstanding. And since the groundbreaking back in January, we just keeping milestones going. And before we go on, though, I wanted to echo what Nate said and just take a few minutes to thank some of the folks for this important occasion. First, I want to thank our athletic department. Really, Nate, our AFAC with Nancy Hickson, Jen Block, the whole team that has really been leading into this to make it happen. It really is about your leadership. So thank you, Nate. Yes, absolutely. You and Nancy make a great team, and we're very appreciative of both of you. Also, the construction team, GE Johnson, the Nations Group, HKS, and the 10th Air Base Wing, which I often refer to as the lifeblood of our academy. Thank you for that. And a special thanks to Jack Kutra and Miss Bayan. Again, like Nate said, without your vision, your generosity, and your tenacity, this doesn't happen. So thank you for making this project a reality. Along with the AFAC, though, I want to thank General Gould, Miss Paula, Mark Hilly, and in short, again, this project doesn't happen without your partnership with our AFAC and making this really happen. So thank you to you and our AFAC teams. And a topping off ceremony is an important milestone for a construction project. Much like the Academy, it's steeped in tradition. And while its origins aren't fully known, it is known as an important symbol celebrating the uppermost steel beam going into place and signifying that the project has reached its height. At 7,258 feet above sea level, our project is far, far above our sister service academies. Yeah, we can clap for that. Go Navy, beat Army. Had to get that in. This ceremony honors the accomplishments of the construction crew, and in some cases like today, an evergreen is attached to the project. The tree is a key symbol and signifies that construction has reached the sky without injury and is good luck for the future and the inhabitants of this building. A tree is also a traditional symbol for giving during the holiday season. And this project is fueled by giving, by generosity, and the spirit as we modernize our stadium over 60 years since we had a modification like this, to truly reflect the caliber of our institution, of our athletes, of our coaches, of our cadets. This is what they deserve. This is what they need to continue to develop leaders of character for our Air Force, our Space Force, and our country. And I am proud to be here today. And it's been such an honor to break ground on this project, see its progress, and be a part of the transformation. As you know, I played football here. On this field, a lot of growth and development happened here. A little bit of breakdown in my body happened here. But in the end, it helped me to be the person who I am. And I owe everything to this school, everything to our athletic program, everything to our football team. And I'm just proud to be here and watch this happen. And the East Club project is by far the biggest improvement to date. It's an absolute honor to have been a part of this program, to be a part of this construction, and to put my name on the beam along with so many of you. So thank you for being here today. I wish you and yours a wonderful holiday season. And now I'd like to introduce the CEO of the Air Force Academy Foundation and the 18th Superintendent of the United States Air Force Academy, Lieutenant General Mike Gould.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Well, thank you, Soup, and welcome to everybody. This is a fun deal. I would like to take just a minute or two to try to put this in perspective. Stadium opened in 63. Over the years, many athletic directors came and went, different Soups came and went, and we made some incremental improvements to this iconic facility, but nothing like what we're doing here today and this celebration. Think about it here. The press box on the west side expanded in the 80s. We went to turf, took the grass out, put turf in. We put the east bleachers in. Thanks to USAA's help, we got the elevators in. Over time, a lot of improvements, but nothing really done with a master plan in mind. And that's what we're celebrating today, is one more milestone in bringing this master plan together. A lot of people to thank, and I think the biggest thing to look at is how the stars have aligned to make this happen. We've got total support and commitment from the superintendent. We've got our athletic director and the AFAC engaged in this. We've got Nations Group as the owner's rep to help bring it together. And finally, I think it's one of the things that has really enabled this are two things. One is the willingness from the AD to assume some risk in this, and the donors who have stepped forward from the foundation to make this happen. Several of you have mentioned Jack and Diane. Thank you guys. This simply wouldn't be happening without you guys. Paul and Joni Madera have also been instrumental in their contributions. John Muse, early on in building this master plan with HKS, stepped up to get this plan together so we have something to work towards. A classmate of mine, Brian Applegate, never graduated from the academy, but he played football his freshman year. He came back to make a significant donation. Community partners, the Chapman Foundation, the El Pomar Foundation. The class of 66 had a vision years ago. Is Dr. Mew here? There you go, he's in the back. 66 said, let's put a nicer fence around our stadium. We'll do that and plenty more. Thank you, Hans. Matt Young, class of 95. And then there are a couple others real quickly I want to mention. Class of 67 graduate, Major General retired Gene Lupia, has been so instrumental in helping us all tie this together. We are grateful for him. HKS, who did the designs, and then Jim Johnson and his professionals from GE Johnson. Can't thank you enough, and I'd like you to have a big hand for this crew over here. And the only one thing I'll disagree with that Nate said up front, he said the timing is perfect. Cooch already set you straight on that. The soup did. Timing is now. Let's come up here and sign this beam and raise the capstone on this project. I'd like the front row to all come forward and sign, and then we'll get some more people in to sign. God bless you and thank you. Go Falcons.
Signed ahead of the superintendent.
So did mine. So did half the people. I just love that you signed by the mom.
Had to. Okay, there's another bomber on the other side. Yep.
Okay.